Hi, I'm Peter Sarsgaard. I met Dr. Lipman 2.5 years ago. I went on his Elimination Diet. I lost a few pounds and feel much better. He said I was chunky. I was, it's fine. Cheers.
I think we're going to have to do a whole cooking show together. Today we're going to speak about food sensitivities. Welcome to Be Well Week. Many of the foods that we think are actually healthy for us are not healthy for us, but are actually causing problems in our body. So you can have digestive problems, you can get indigestion, you can get gas, you can get bloating. These are the subtle symptoms you get from food intolerances, and you just think it's normal because everyone else has it. I remember you coming in and you're a little bit chunky and you were off.
So I've been doing a film in Austria and Spain. So I've been on location for a long time, which is always very dangerous for an actor. And I'd just been smoking and drinking a huge amount, and basically when I was not acting, just watching movies on my laptop and doing nothing and feeling really terrible. And so I came back and I knew that I just needed to completely change. I mean, I was also 39 years old, so this part of this is probably a midlife crisis. And I came to see you and I just said, I want to feel better, basically. I remember what we did was we basically got rid of anything that could possibly be bothering me. And I think it was caffeine, dairy, gluten, alcohol, cigarettes, sugar,
corn.
Corn
and soy.
Yep. At first you were saying do a couple of weeks like this, and then I did a couple of weeks more. You
eliminated the foods, and then how did you work out what you were sensitive, how did you do it? Did you introduce one at a time? What was it?
Well, I mean, like I said, with alcohol, I'd always had a very strong inkling that I drank too much alcohol. I mean, being alone on location as an actor, you just end up, you're alone in your hotel room with a minibar, and it's just, what else are you gonna do? That one I always knew there was a chance that I would never reintroduce it, I really discovered that I wasn't going to be drinking anymore. And that was the main one for me, is because I'd never really realized how much I drank or how much it was having an effect on my life.
It's great that you were in tune with your body and you knew that you had to make the changes. What do you do for a quick pick-me-up?
Well, I make a version of horchata, actually, which is, a Mexican drink, but I add chia seeds to it. This one is made with either stevia or honey to sweeten it, right. Raw honey, and chia seeds.
Chia seeds are my favorite. This is a super food, the highest plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, and also great fiber.
So basically, all of my measurements are eyeball. For about this much liquid, I would put about 2 tablespoons of these in it. It becomes gelatinous, chia seeds, when you put them in water. So you just decide how gelatinous you want it to be. But I would put about 2 tablespoons in this, and then some cinnamon. And for this amount, I would probably put an entire teaspoon of cinnamon. But I like it to be pretty cinnamony. Some stevia. We'll do stevia because with the honey, you're going to have to do an extra step where you warm it up to get it so that it'll mix.
So stevia is a great sweetener. It's one of the few artificial sweeteners that I actually think is relatively healthy.
Now, one other ingredient that's also just for taste, that if you wanted it, you could put a little bit of vanilla in, which I do like as well.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's very easy. And so the great thing about this is that you put this in the refrigerator, you can just pour it out in the morning, a glass like that is your breakfast.
Great, love it. I think we're going to have to do a whole cooking show together.
We were talking about how much I love ice cream. I mean, I used to have ice cream absolutely whenever I wanted to have ice cream. I was like, a 5-year-old set loose on the streets, I'd walk by an ice cream store and I'd go oh, this one is new. I'll try out this one. I have to, sample them all to see which one's best. I just have it every once in a while. I don't sweat it.
Here are the Be Well tips for this week. Firstly, fix your digestion. If your digestion is not working well, you're not going to digest or absorb your foods properly. Second, take a probiotic. Probiotic is going to help you digest. Third, take some glutamine. Glutamine will also help the lining of the gut. I'm Dr. Frank Lipman, helping you be well today and every day.
I would have a bowl of pasta and I'd start to talk like Donald Duck. I'd get all congested, my nose would run, sometimes my eyes would itch.
Living the dream, I would imagine, the expat dream.
I feel more free here than I do in the States.
If you're not happy with what you're doing, you should really think about it and not be afraid of change.
Nice place to live, don't you think?
Not bad.
Perfect, let's eat.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll and food. Today my guest, Anthony Bourdain. And everything is on the table.
I covered my shyness with a megalomania and exhibitionism. Some might even call it psychotic behavior.
I am actually your sous chef today.
Yes, I know, and it's something that I've wanted for years.
The king of chefs.
I'm trying to translate and tell you something about who we are.
Bill Clinton sat for me as his last official portrait as president. I said to him, Mr. President, will you show me the love? One of his advisors actually said, Mr. President, whatever you do, don't show him the love. Larry King comes on and he holds up my picture and he says, this is disgusting.
Hi, I'm Peter Sarsgaard.
I've heard from reliable sources that you're the king of smoothies. I want to introduce you to Tabitha. When you came to me, I said, you've got to get rid of gluten.
You were not that nice about it. You were very, very firm. And I was so desperate to feel good that I would have done anything that you told me.